Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the channel. I got a little bit of a weird trip for y'all this time. As you can see, I'm out in the middle of nowhere on a little, well, we'll call it a road. It's a trail, really. It has to do with power lines and, you know, logging, that kind of thing, an old coal road. But I have a question for you, a strange question. If you were to go camping, right? You're going to go camping, and you know you want to plan your trip and get everything ready, and go for a little camping trip, right? How long would it take you to plan, pack, and execute said plan from the word go? From the minute you decided, I'm going camping, you know, to how long would it actually take you until you're actually ready to pull out of the yard? Well, that's the kind of the question I was faced with today. Well, tomorrow, you see, tomorrow's supposed to be around 90 degrees. It's going to be really hot. And we got some beautiful weather coming up after that, some 70s. But we got some plans. And I was sitting around talking to Heather. Shame I didn't think and go today. Today would have been, you know, the good day to do it. Yeah, it's a shame you didn't go today. You know, technically, I think I can do it. Now, at this point, it's only like, well, 5 hours or so, 4 or 5 hours until dark. Now, this is planning and executing and getting over here and setting up and everything before dark. It's like 4 or 5 hours until dark at that point. It's about, I'm going to guess, maybe 3.5 hours until dark right now. Well, the camping trip that I'm about to take was put together, planned, put together, executed, packed, the whole 9 yards. Now, my plan, I've got a really pretty little valley picked out right there. Nice one. Got a nice view. Brought my weed eater. I'm going to take down through there. Clear me out a little spot real quick. Back the truck right down in there. And set me up a really nice camp. And have me a great big old bay window looking over on the other valley over there. Hopefully we may see something. Who knows? We may see some bear or something. Bear season just started a couple days ago. So yeah, we're probably moving around a little bit. But yeah, this is definitely, so you can see, you know, you don't have to take my word for it. This is definitely some bear territory. This is not people territory. You know, this is some primitive solo camping, you know. Just throw that out there. But anyway, of course with toys, you know, primitive with toys. You know how it is. But anyway, I guess I need to quit talking. I've only got so much time. And I'm standing here wasting it, running my mouth. And my weed eater's probably going to give me trouble about starting too. So I guess I need to get off of here and go get some work done and get set up, because it is going to be dark on me before I know it. I'll be right back, guys. Let's go knock this one out of the park, or the other thing. We don't want to talk about that though. We'll make it. We'll make it. Cross your fingers, guys. It's a tight one. Figures, don't it? There was an owl hooting back up there on the hill somewhere. As soon as you get grabbed for the camera, though, they quit, don't they? That's how they do that. That's how they operate. I made it. The sun is gone. Can't see any on the tops of the mountain. Yeah, I do. I see a teeny little sliver of sunshine on the top of that mountain right there. But we are ready. We are set up, and we are ready for a night in the woods. I got my buddy with me. Yeah, don't y'all bring plastic skeletons when you go camping? Well, I have been known to once or twice. For those of you who don't know, this is Mr. Boney. He's going to be our special guest on this episode and kind of hang out with me. we've had him for several years now. He went on tours back when I used to do tours. He rode with me every season for quite a few years. And believe it or not, guys, that little skeleton right there has, I don't want to exaggerate, at least 4,000 trail miles under his little butt. He's been there, he's done that. He's lost a leg, had it surgically reattached, had his hand surgically reattached, and broke his head off at one point and had to have that surgically reattached too. But he's back. He comes in every year. He flies in from Aruba. That's what he calls our shed out behind the house, Aruba. That's where he lives at when the season's not in Aruba. But I figured I just about had to bring him, since he came all the way from Aruba and everything. I guess I kind of obligated to bring him. But anyway, enough about Mr. Boney. Mr. Boney's here. That's enough about him. Look at this pretty, pretty place. Now, I've got me a deep valley right over here. The road used to go out that way and go on around Old Coal Mine Road, but it's been reclaimed and they put the valley back the way the valley was, valley right down through there and big rocks right here to block this off. So I just kind of cut the weeds around it and prettied it up just a little bit. But I've got the Starlink hooked up, got the TV hooked up, lights, all that stuff is ready to go for later. Should be looking to be a nice little evening out. And maybe able to look out the window and maybe see a bear or some deer or who knows what over on that other valley over there. Who knows what, right? Probably won't see anything, but you never know. Let's see. Got my bed all set up. I'm just going to crash in the truck tonight, so we're good there. Got all that set up. Got to have coffee in the morning. That's non-negotiable. But check out my view. Look at this. That is the view outside my window. And I actually have windows. How about that? I got more windows than Microsoft, y'all. But look at this view. Check this out. How pretty is this? You can see there's a game trail going back this way. But I'm sure there's several going across that way. Of course, I don't know, my scent, that kind of thing, how that's going to affect things. But if we don't see any animals, we will still have a really awesome night camping out in the middle of nowhere, watching some TV, chatting with Heather. Looks like a mobile home, don't it? Looks like I've put a trailer out here, don't it? But it's not. It's a big 10 by 10 gazebo with windows on it and doors and and just dock the truck right with it. There's the bedroom and living room and hangout place, and even got carpet. But I fixed me up a little. I've said how many times, it ain't camping if you don't have a campfire. So I fixed me up a little tiny, little fire pit, just a little one. And I got me a handful of wood and a Walmart bag full of coal. So I want to have me a little coal fire too later. Yeah, that ought to run a bug or two off. That should do it, shouldn't it? But this promises to be a really good night, really fun one. Very secluded here. Super, 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 as you can see, this is the end of the valley. Gated and southern West Virginia. Way up a little 2-lane road. then under a train trestle, through a gate, and then up a little dirt road to get here, way back up in here in this little valley. And you can see, right there, there's a coal seam right there on the other side. I just now noticed that, all the way across. I can see what they were getting there. There's a big seam of coal. It's about 5-6 foot thick. There's a big seam right there. Anybody want some coal? Whole bunch, all you can eat. But anyway, all right, I've got a few more little oddball things to do, but more or less set up, lights and things like that kind of thing, just to make it a little more cozy, a little more homey feel to it. But yeah, I'm ready to hook up the TV and get Netflix going and have some dinner. Oh, dinner. Yeah, since this was a short notice trip, I'll cook something, fix some kind of dinner, right? I usually cook something. This trip, I'm cooking Little Caesar's pizza. That's exactly right. I've got me a whole pizza to play with, all to my lonesome. So, yeah, dinner is served. Whenever we get ready to eat, dinner is ready. But for now, I guess, I need to get back to work and get the last of my stuff done, because it is, as you can see, just about to get dark on me. The sun's gone way over that way. Let's see. What can we see down the road? Back down, yeah, we can still see good. That's the way out right there. Half a mile or so down to the gate and then out to the road. So yeah, let's not break any legs or nothing. That would be a plus. Of course, I guess I got a Starlink. I could, hey Heather, I broke my leg. Post it on Facebook. Hey everybody, guess what? Alright, let's get out of here and have us a really good evening, and happy Halloween, everybody. I guess this is our official kickoff to Halloween season. We've got Mr. Boney out. He's out and about, and who knows what he'll get into this season. But for tonight, he's camping. See y'all in a little while. Well, guys, what do y'all think about my, short notice campsite? What do y'all think? I think it turned out okay for, a quickie. Get your mind out of the gutter, not that kind of quickie. But yeah, looks good, don't it? Bed's all set up and ready, and getting ready to, I was thinking about filling my little oil lamp, get it going. Got a little bit, had some citronella, but that's just lamp oil in that one, and I kind of bent it a little bit anyway, so yeah, maybe just dump that in there and go with that. But yeah, I've been watching TV and had on Pandora, little Sweet Home Alabama, and all that good stuff. Got my little fire going outside. Got a couple pieces of coal in there, so don't really have a whole lot of wood, but I do have a Walmart bag full of coal to supplement it with, so yeah, that should work. Nice little ring too. It feels good. Can't really smell any coal either. Trying to go real easy on it. I don't want to have the whole valley smelling like a coal fire. Just a little bit, just to supplement that is all I'm trying to do. But yeah, let me turn that one out. That's what it looks like out here tonight. Not too shabby. Got me a little light over there, so I can kind of walk over that way, check that out. And Mr. Boney, he's sitting here, and yeah, he's waving at me. But yeah, we've been watching TV. Like I said, I've got, got everything I got at home. Netflix and Prime and so on and so on. And pizza. So yeah, we should be good to go. As comfy as, home away from home. But I put, just for fun, why not? I had some spares. So I set one of my lights out here by the valley, which it don't really help much, but I don't know why. It's out here. So probably would do better over here, wouldn't it? Would actually do some good with these two. That looks really nice. I like that. Get over here. Try not to walk on any snakes or anything. Look out, rattlesnakes. We're coming through. Looks rocky. Looks like there might be a couple in there. Look at that. Look at that. Mr. Boney hanging out. Got my fire. That'll work, won't it? Nice little camp. That will work. Very cozy. Very cozy indeed. Yeah. That's what it's like without the extra light. Of course, you can see, I can see fine without it. I just turned it on for the GoPro. Once you get over here, where that is reflecting, it looks really good, doesn't it? That looks really nice. I like it. It looks kind of, I don't know, Christmassy or something. Let me put up some Christmas lights next time. The bugs like that, don't they? Look at that. Good thing they're out here and not in there. Probably need to turn that off, don't I? Got my little heater for in the morning if I need it. Got a little buddy heater. Some propane cylinders in there. So, yeah, we should be good. Good to go. Turn on Prime. Find me a movie. Kick back by my little fire with Mr. Boney. And relax. And have me a nice little adventure. Sounds fun, don't it? Yeah, it is. It is. Feels nice. Really, the weather, just really nice. It's not hot or cold. It's just about right. Just about perfect. Alright, guys, so I'm going to eat some pizza. And, oh, now what? Prime giving me, oh, never mind. I don't want Peacock. I want Prime. Quit trying to pitch me on something I didn't ask for. Alright, guys, we'll see y'all in a little while. Let's find us a movie and have some pizza and kick back and relax and enjoy the evening. Well, guys, I think I found the perfect movie for a night out here like tonight. A werewolf movie. From just the opening scene, the first few minutes, it creepy AF. A guy and a kid out hunting, and yeah, they go to this tree stand and the werewolf follows them, and yeah, it's pretty creepy. It runs off after an elk that bugles, but yeah, it's pretty good. I figured that would be a very appropriate movie for a night like tonight. So I got Mr. Boney. He's out there, he's all comfy, waving at everybody. Got me a good fire going, got it stoked up nice and warm. And kick back and watch us a werewolf movie, guys. So just grab yourselves another slice of pizza and get you something to sip on. And let's watch a werewolf movie. And check this out, guys. I just thought I'd show y'all something. It's right about midnight. Look at that. I don't know how well you can see it on the screen, but it is a full moon out tonight, and it is absolutely beautiful out here. Let me get a little light. And then what I do with it. Oh. There it is. It is pitch black out. But it is really nice. The fire feels real good. This moon, like I said, is just, yeah, it's beautiful. I got some spectacular pictures from over there with the moon behind the tent and the fire, and looked really good. Looked really good. But yeah, we're in wind down mode for, well, guys, as you can see, I am inside the truck and got my bed all set up. Got me a couple little lanterns here and there, one behind me and one over there and one over here, all set up nice and cozy, ready to call it a night. Got all the doors closed. I'm in my little sleeping bag burrito. I need to pee. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I knew better than that one. I knew about that one. That one I know better. All right, guys, it's been fun, but yeah, it's time to call it a night, and I'm looking forward to probably getting a pretty good night's rest tonight. I do believe. I'm fairly tired, so we'll see you guys in the morning, and yeah, good night. Well, good drippy morning, everybody. It rained last night. I woke up to the sound of rain at least twice. Nothing heavy, but you know, just a little bit of drizzle, enough to hear it. You know, on top of the camper, you could definitely hear it. And you know, one of the things where it kind of, you know, wakes you up for a second, but you know, it's okay because that white noise, you know, puts you right back to sleep. So it's not the end of the world, you know, kind of situation. You know, adds a little adventure to your trip, you know, a little rain in there somewhere. But yeah, it's really nice morning. Look at that. Hawk up in that tree. I hear you up there, dude. Very pretty morning. I can see a little bit of sunshine over on the other valley. The other side of the valley, I should say. Same valley. Other side. But, yeah, I thought I'd give y'all the tour. Kind of show you around a little bit. Now this right here, this used to be, like I mentioned yesterday, there was pipes here and there was a road went out that way. But the road goes up this way around the valley and back down now. But right up here's what's called a big box cut. It looks like a cube was taken literally out of the ground, and they were going to put in for a face for a coal mine. But then, you know, never did quite get around to it, so they filled that back in and put the valley back the way it was after they got done with the coal that they were going to get. You know, they put the valley back the way it was, and, you know, looks pretty good, don't it? Of course, it's got, you know, a drain, you know, that wasn't, you know, not exactly natural. It's riprap rock, but, you know, the rock don't care. That don't matter. That don't matter. Which kind of, I suppose that doesn't matter too much. As far as, you know, the plants, I would say, is what really matters, you know, indigenous stuff. Look at this. Look at this locust. Well, these are some nasty little devils. Look at the thorns. Look at the thorns on that. Nasty little devils. Like little needles, every one of them. great firewood, but it smells terrible. Burning that locust stuff, it's super hard wood. You know, you can put like a fence post out of this stuff will last for 40, 50 years. But, you know, if you burn it, it smells terrible if you burn it. It smells like, I don't know, something disgusting being burned. It's just not a good thing. Now this little thing right here, I was kind of watching this last night. You know, just kind of keep an eye on this one because, you know, this is some bear territory. And like I mentioned yesterday, we're like, what, 3 days into bear season now. So, you know, we're moving. The bears are moving around a little bit. And, you know, but just figured I'd kind of keep an eye on this because this was here and down that way, you know, where the easy access ways in, right? So I put out no trespassing signs for the bears. If you think about that for a few minutes, you'll get it. I put out no trespassing signs all over the plants down here. I put out no trespassing signs on these plants here. And put some no trespassing signs over on those plants right there. And let the wind just kind of carry the scent of my no trespassing signs to all the bears. And of course I had Mr. Boney out here. He was on werewolf watch last night. You know, since we watched the werewolf movie, you know how that is. You know, you watch a werewolf movie, you have to have a plastic skeleton stand watch, you know, stand werewolf watch just in case things go bad. I'm not sure if werewolves are afraid of skeletons or not. Or is it the other way around? I guess it's probably the other way around, ain't it? You know, werewolf is kind of a dog, and dogs eat bones. So it's kind of probably like putting werewolf bait out, ain't it? Come to think of it. Excuse me. Now, sit Mr. Boney out there to draw in the werewolves, huh? But anyway, I've got echoes. Hello. There's an echo off that metal when I speak. But anyway, going to be a nice morning. The afternoon is going to be miserable today. It's they lowered it to 88 and sunny and extremely humid from the rain, you know, yesterday and rain last night too, you know. So it's going to be extra humid today. I figure with what I've got out, I should be able to pack this up in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, something like that. So we've got a little time. Mr. Boney and I can hang out a little while, maybe listen to some Pandora or, I don't know, something, and just kind of hang out and have some coffee. And got my coffee hot. Have me some hot coffee and hang out with my skeleton, go camping. That's better. Alright, we'll see y'all in a minute. Like I said, let's kick back and enjoy this a little bit while we can. I'm going to let it kind of dry out a little bit. You know, let the sun kind of get on it. I'll get some of the little stuff packed up and kind of let that dry out a little bit before I load it. Alright, we'll see y'all in a minute. Let's enjoy our morning, Mr. Boney and I. He's close. Right up in here. Squirrel barking. I always did love that sound. This sounds cool. Like he's all happy and junk. I love the way they climb too. They can flip that toe completely backwards and run down trees. Handy little skill. I guess if you live in a tree, it's a handy little skill. But anyway, it's about 11 and it's about 77 degrees. and just about time to start getting everything torn down, packed up, and loaded. Getting started, heading back home. So far, I've got the blanket off the bed. And that's the extent of the packing. I moved the sleeping bag over there and slid the little pad out. That's the extent of it so far. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Yeah, well. Been a cool little trip. I love the little window. I like that. That is just really cool. Alright, let's get to work. Get some of this stuff loaded up. Ain't gonna get done if I don't get started. And Mr. Boney, he's probably not gonna be a whole lot of help, to be honest. He just kind of hangs out. He don't really help very much, to be honest with you about it. Alright, let's get to work. Very pretty, isn't it? That was my view. So what'd y'all think? And I think it was too bad for, planned and packed and loaded and all that stuff in an hour, and out here and set up and everything within what? Within about about 3. Let's just, not exaggerate. About 3 or so hours. Man, make it before dark. Even made me a little fire ring, had firewood, all kinds of little stuff. Turned out good though. Mr. Boney and I had us a good time. We sure did. Burned the coal fire. It burned till late last night. But it rained on it twice, I poured water on it too. I just dumped a whole gallon of water on it. But I'm gonna leave the little fire ring. I kinda like it. Maybe start leaving those in, prominent locations with pretty views, that sort of thing. Of course, I'd need to clear this a little bit better, pretty view. But anyway, guys, I guess that is it. Mr. Boney is all loaded up. He's in his seat and ready to go. And we've just got a little bit of trail to get out of here. But other than that, we are ready to go. And yeah, that was it. That was the video. What'd y'all think? Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all coming along with me, and little quickie camping trip. Get your mind out of the gutter. Stop doing that. Anyway, alright, guys. We will see y'all next time on the next little adventure. And until then, y'all have a really good day. We'll see you next time. And Leo out. Bye-bye, pretty little campsite. waving at butterflies. They're bugs. They don't even know you're waving. It's dumb. No brain. Skeleton.